my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. It's a procedure. Stay calm.
It's a decent Superman movie. It could be better. It could have been great. I will tell you where it succeeded and where it missed. First, it's always good to start on a positive note. So let's go with the positive first. The actor who plays Superman embodies the character of Superman very well. Not perfectly, but well enough where while you're watching it, you don't feel like, who is this guy? This is some crap. Him, he's got it. He's got that Superman factor 100%. Henry Cavill had it, and this guy has it just as well too. Next is the fight scenes. I am a big anime fan, and I love seeing ass whoopings that are historic, that are biblical, that are just vicious. And in this movie, you will see some of them, and they're well choreographed and very impressive, and the CGI isn't wonky or too much shaky camera or afraid of getting in there and getting intimate with the action. It's really good in this movie, for sure. Now, there are some cons to it, but that will be in the cons section, so we're staying in the positive. So, next one, Lex motherfucking Luthor. This man is a number one top G hater. He can be the president of the Haterade Club. This man takes hating to another stratosphere. The art of hating has never been portrayed so well with Lex Luthor as it's been in this film, and I love it. It was so great in this movie. Now, some parts of it could have been kind of cheesy, but the overall vibe you felt from Luthor was correct. He had that on-site hatred, that hatred that not even pissing on someone's grave would be enough for you. That type of hatred. And I was here for it. Next, Mr. Terrific. I love that he was no Sambo, no Coon. He was no Kevin Hart or the cool black guy. He was none of that. And I liked that they steered away from those ridiculous stereotypes that some studios would have done and some directors would have done with Mr. Terrific. So definitely an interesting character, and he did him well. Next, Jimmy Olsen. He didn't get the blackface treatment, and I enjoyed that. He didn't get the gay nuclear bomb. I did enjoy that. Not saying there's issues with being gay, but it is annoying when they take a character that has historically been viewed a certain way, and then just to try to get a certain crowd, just put a gay on you or put a black face on you. I don't like that. That to me is lazy writing. And if you disagree with me, tell me in the comments, bro, because I will hand you your ass, because it is pandering and it's bullshit. This movie didn't take that route. A redhead and a decent Jimmy Olsen. He's a reporter, somewhat of a womanizer, I guess, using, his way to get, the scoop he needs, but it's all right in this movie. Next, this movie is not woke. And anyone who tells you that this movie is woke has wokeness crammed up in their ass so hard they're super constipated and they're shitting out bullshit. Because this movie is not woke at all. It could have gone in that direction, but thank goodness it didn't. And on top of that, I do like that this movie is not political. They're not trying to preach you a message at all. I know some people looked at the aspect of the people who were calling Superman and trying to make it like some type of Israel Palestine thing. I'm like, you are reaching. People like that, how can I put this? They're rage baiters. They're just looking for the smallest thing and making the biggest thing out of it. And if you are that type of person who's that anal, grow a pair, grow the fuck up, please, because you can clearly see that the movie wasn't really trying to be that. It wasn't at all. You could have easily replaced the people with any type of group and the movie wasn't fixated on trying to bring it in that angle that some people who are commentating in social media are saying. It's not that. Next good point, Krypto. Krypto was amazing in this movie. A big draw. At first, I thought he was just going to be an asshole, annoying dog. Still, some little bit annoying, but a dog. Like, a dog. That's all I can say. If you love dogs, and me, I'm okay with dogs, you're going to enjoy this movie. And last but not least, I like that this Superman actually gave a damn about collateral damage in terms of civilians losing their lives. He actually cared. In some movies, we all know, Man of Steel, Superman saw collateral damage of civilians par for the course. It was like dessert on his menu of destruction. In this movie, he goes out of his way to not only save civilians and prevent them from being blown away or crushed into a million pieces, he also cared about the dogs too. And even saved, I think, a squirrel at one point. I know if PETA is watching, oh, they enjoyed that scene. Now, after all that, we're gonna move into the cons. First, I gotta say it. Don't think I'm being misogynist here, but please, Lois Lane was one of the biggest bitches I've ever seen. Now, I don't mind seeing a hard-hitting journalist who just really wants to get the scoop or push buttons to a degree, but this one, to make her point, she would make it in a bitch way. And it sucked, and it was annoying to see. Next con, Ultraman. They gave Ultraman the Black Noir treatment, which to me was lame as fuck. If you look at the comics, Ultraman is either an alternate universe Superman or a clone. In this one, he's a clone, and they don't really give him a backstory. They just tell you that and don't show anything, and he's just mute, and they don't tell you why is he mute for. And I think it's a shame because they could have shown a darker Superman through Ultraman and had that contrast between him and Superman, and then you would also have Lex Luthor. That would have been amazing to see. And then going back to the dog portion of things, Krypto could be seen as a con because he's heavily in this movie, and if you don't like dogs, like I said, this movie is not for you. And then the elephant in the room, no pun intended. Removing the American way. That to me was unnecessary. It was uncalled for, James. I don't know why Mr. James Gunn took that out. That was a stupid move to me. Because I truly believe many of the conservatives who are shitting on this movie and don't like it, saying it straight up, and some are, but it stems from that. And to a degree, I get it. Because that is one of the key characteristics to Superman in many iterations. And in this one, there was a focus to remove the American core to Superman. I think that was a bad move. And the people around him to be like, you know what? I don't want to champion America through Superman, so let's remove that out. That's my assumption. The comedy in this movie fell flat multiple times over. And I don't know if the stank odor from the Marvel films is still in James Gunn's system. The comedy timing is off, and the jokes are way too flat too often. And sometimes don't aid the scene, it just kills the scene.
The Guardians was involved in a head-on collision with another spacecraft. There were no survivors.
Oh, no. Well, I hope they had insurance.
Bro, why the fuck would he say that? That was not funny, nigga.
It was funny to me, man. It's Galactus. He eats planets. If we don't do something now, everybody we know and love will be eaten.
I don't want to be a part of his diet. So let's rock.
Yo, he won in a movie, bro. Hey, bro, that wasn't funny. Let's be for real.
God, I love it.
You standing up, bro. Hey, get this CGI ass nigga out of here, bro. This nigga fake. He a bot, bro. This AI, bro. That was funny to you.
Come on, man, live a little.
It's a serious moment, bro.
Oh, my fault. We got the fun police here.
Just keep breathing. Just, no.
Wake up. Who else is gonna buy me dinner, you big goof?
And I have 3 final ones. Superman gets his ass beat way too much in this movie. For a character called Superman, they showed him saving people, but for some reason he couldn't save his own ass from getting mollywopped all across the world over and over, getting his ass beat. Now, of course, would he in the end win a fight or two? Sure, but I don't really count when he's beating cannon fodder. That's nothing. But the main villains in the movie are just kicking his ass. Of course, he wins in the end of the day because this is a Superman movie. I just don't like seeing that lopsidedness sometimes. And in this movie, it happens too much. Then we have the garbage post-credit scenes. One thing I think they could learn from the MCU is, especially in the beginning, post-credit scenes had a purpose to them. It was like a reward for staying there longer, and you would see what is, cooking and what they maybe could have put in the movie and they chose not to put in the movie, and they just reward you at the end and you see it. This one was a stinking pile of dog shit. It was wasteful and it was a tease that was unwarranted. I don't know who thinks staring out is a good post-credit scene and saying a stupid building joke is a good post-credit scene. That is not. And whoever thought that, if I could be on set, I would say fire his ass or her ass. And another one is how quickly people turned on Superman in terms of what was revealed in the film about his backstory and his parents sending him to Earth and the reason for that. I believe they could have fleshed out a little bit more and showed more people fighting the narrative or saying, hey, well, Superman did this and he did that, instead of just immediately just seeing all the people who just hate him. And yes, I understand they had the whole monkey farm of haters, but they should have portrayed more people who were like fighting the narrative and still, cheering and wanting Superman outside of the people who were in the war zone area. I'm talking about just the civilians in Metropolis should have still like pushed back a little bit. I wish they showed that, because it's been established that he was Superman for 3 years. So I'm assuming he saved hundreds of lives. So some people immediately run with the flow like, oh, he's here to have his whole harem here and just conquer Earth. Yeah, some people will fall into that line and just completely forget all the good, but many people wouldn't. So that was dumb that they didn't show that enough. That should have been explored a little bit more, and they shouldn't have Jedi mind tricked Superman within the film to just completely disregard it at a certain point. And I think that was bad writing. I think they should have included that more into the film and show him wrestling with that thought, and maybe even showing us as the audience some more of their backstory, and it could have shown more. Maybe they're saving this for Superman 2, but I wish it was in this one, because who knows if we'll see it too. Because a lot of times with these projects, you can be very hopeful that you'll get a part 1, part 2, part 3, but if there's major other flops that happen under James Gunn watch, they might just cancel the whole thing. So hopefully that doesn't happen. So with all that I've said, and you've heard all the negatives and the pros, what's my final score? I give this movie a 7, and that's it. Please like and subscribe, and comment below on how you felt about Superman yourself. See you in the next, and I think the next will definitely be the Fantastic Four.